And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live kickoff this work week. We is live at Movement Mortgage in Boones Creek, right across from the Cracker Barrel, the home of Jeremy Lives and the great folks here at Movement Mortgage. See the big red M behind us. We'll be here for the next couple of hours on this Monday, May the 7th, 2018. Countdown to Christmas if you care, and most don't. 231 days to Christmas. This is show number 742 as we're here live again at Movement Mortgage, and we'll tell you how these folks can help you get into the home of your dreams and do it very quickly. 671 is the key numbers. We'll tell you all about that. Let Jeremy tell you all about that coming up here in just a little while. So again, good morning to you. It is a Monday, May the 7th, a doubleheader today. We've got baseball coming up, 4:30 airtime, 4:40 airtime. First pitch at 5 o'clock, it'll be Elizabethton taking on Unicoi County Blue Devils, number 1 seed, Unicoi County, number 3 seed. The Elizabethton Cyclones have marched through the tournament so far, outscoring their opponents, 26-2, 12-2 against Happy Valley, and 14-0 Saturday against Sullivan East. So it'll be a dandy matchup, return matchup. These two teams split in the regular season with each team winning on the other team's home field. So neutral site today, TVA Credit Union Ballpark, 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch. Should be a dandy again today coming up between Elizabethton and Unicoi County. Looks like the weather at this point, beautiful start to your Monday here in the hills of East Tennessee. Coming up, we're going to be hearing from Dana Whiteside, give an update on what's going on in the NBA playoffs. Also, Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans reporter, an update on the outcome of the three big races over the weekend, the truck, the Xfinity, and of course yesterday Kevin Harvick brings home the checkers in the Cup Series. We'll tell all about that with our buddy Mike Hedrick and some other news both on and off the track later on as well. Jeremy Livesey joins us a little bit later on in the show as well. So we've got a full slate as always and lots of sports. And of course, we're going to run down the very latest what's going on in high school baseball and softball and soccer, as soccer starts today as well across Northeast Tennessee as far as tournament play. And so we'll let you know who's playing where and also who's still alive in baseball and softball across AAA, AA, and Single A. So it's all right here again on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Be sure to like us and share us. And again, we want to say thanks to some of our great sponsors like Food City and Sprint. Some of the other folks we always want to say thank you to is Blue Lizard, and we'll run down all the list of sponsors. Of course, Max Medicine Mart will be there tomorrow. Chick-fil-A will be there on Wednesday, Thursday, back at Freddy's in North Johnson City. And then on Friday, we'll take the show to Food City in Colonial Heights. So we're looking forward to being over there as well on a Food City Friday. So today, Movement Mortgage, the big MM behind us, great backdrop here, the brand new location. It's 2 or 3 months old, and it looks like it's brand spanking new. They've taken great care of this, and as they should, it's a beautiful facility right across from the Cracker Barrel here in Boones Creek. So quick break, come right back, and we'll break down the high school baseball and softball, who's playing where, who's playing today. We'll let you know all about that right after you hear this, as we're live here again at Movement Mortgage on show number 742 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This Father's Day weekend, man-made thunder rumbles into town as Bristol Dragway hosts the Fitzgerald USA NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals. Witness the raw power of the fastest sport in the world. Every ticket is a pit pass. Buy before June 1st and save, including free tickets for kids 12 and under on Sunday. Treat Dad to the heart-pounding power of 10,000 horses. This Father's Day weekend, visit ThunderValleyTix.com or call 423-BRISTOL.
The savings continue the month of May at Max Medicine Mart in Kingsport. All Gaia and Solgar products 20% off at Max Medicine Mart. Solgar producing fine quality nutritional supplements for 71 years, and Gaia both 20% off in the month of May. No coupons, no limits. Every time you purchase any and all Solgar or Gaia products in the month of May, automatic 20% off. Open 7 days a week, right down the street from Dobbins Minute on Center Street in Kingsport. Again, Solgar and Gaia products 20% off the month of May at Max Medicine Mart. Max Medicine Mart, Center Street in Kingsport. Make tracks to Max.
Welcome to the Mini Morning News Show, where we are so excited about Chick-fil-A's Chicken Minis for breakfast that we've minified the news.
In real estate news, tiny homes for those who like everything within arm's reach.
In culinary news, micro food, because, small plates.
In entertainment news, this year it's all about the mini-series.
In pop culture news, mini everything.
Because, aw. All right, thanks for listening. Now go put some mini in your morning with the chicken you love for breakfast. Chick-fil-A's Chicken Minis until 10:30 a.m.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Show number 742. Again, like us and share us, and you do. We appreciate that very much. And let's take a look at, first off, high school baseball, the AAA side of things. Again, on Saturday, recapping what happened, Science Hill beat Dobbins Minute 6-0. Tennessee High over Daniel Boone 10-9. So today it is the winners bracket final at 5 o'clock. Science Hill, the number 1 seed, takes on Tennessee High. That's at 5 o'clock at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. At 7:30, the losers bracket semifinal. Loser this one, the season's over. Dobbins Minute and Daniel Boone at 7:30 tonight. All that again at J. Fred Johnson Stadium in Kingsport. In the AA tournament, our tournament, TVA Credit Union Ballpark. Again, from Saturday, as we said, Elizabeth and all over Sullivan East 14-0. Central beat South 6-4. That was I'm sorry, Unicoi County beat Sullivan Central. Read the wrong line. 5-0 the final. Start over. Elizabethton 14-0 on Saturday over Sullivan East. Unicoi County beat Central 5-0. Yesterday in the losers bracket game, Sullivan South eliminated Sullivan Central 8-6. And so today it is a doubleheader at 5 o'clock. The winners bracket game, Elizabeth and Unicoi County, will go on air at 4:40 with the broadcast from TVA Credit Union Ballpark. And then at 7:30, Sullivan East and Sullivan South play. That loser goes home for the season. All that again at TVA Credit Union Ballpark here in Johnson City. Then in single A, you have on Saturday, University High beat Sullivan North 12-1 in 5 innings. And then so today you have the winners bracket final. You have University High taking on the Unaka North Green winner, and then the losers bracket semifinal, Sullivan North takes on the Unaka North Green loser. That's in baseball. That's being played at David Crockett. Now in softball, AAA softball today, winners bracket semifinals at 5 o'clock being played at Metro Kiwanis Park here in Johnson City. You have at 5 o'clock Cherokee and Daniel Boone in the winners bracket semi. The other side will be Crockett and Dobbins Minute at 6:30 tonight. That's, again, at Metro Kiwanis Park here in Johnson City in the AAA softball. In AA in Elizabethton, the Lady Cyclones will play today. They play at 6:30 against Happy Valley. And then at 8 o'clock, Sullivan East takes on Unicoi County. Those games being played again at Elizabethton High School. And so 6:30 Lady Cyclones against Happy Valley. 8 o'clock tonight, Sullivan East battles Unicoi County. That's in AA. In single A softball, you have at 5 o'clock, these are being played at Unaka High School. At 5 o'clock, University High takes on Unaka. And at 7 o'clock tonight, the North Green Lady Huskies take on Cloudland. That's going on again, as we said, in the single A softball tournament being played at Unaka High School. Now, in soccer, we have soccer cranking up today. In AAA, you have Daniel Boone at Crockett tonight at 5:30. Then in AA tonight, Sullivan Central at number 3, Elizabethton at 6 o'clock. Number 5, Volunteer. Number 4, Unicoi County at 6 o'clock. And those are the teams playing again for tonight. So the number 3 seed Elizabethton Cyclone boys Cyclone soccer team taking on Sullivan Central at 6 o'clock tonight. Softball playing tonight, as we said. The Lady Cyclones are at 6:30 right beside the field there. Of course, the soccer's played on the football field at Citizen Bank Stadium, and then baseball will be at 5 o'clock. So a full slate of Elizabethton Cyclone sports going on today across the region. So our game again, 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch. We'll be ready to roll with, again, baseball. The number 1 seed Unicoi County, the number 3 seed Elizabethton should be a barn burner. They've split in the regular season. I'm looking very much forward to this game this afternoon, and I'll tell you, it was a fun game on Saturday. 14-0 over Sullivan East. Evan Carter just threw a gem. You had Logan Eastep with a solo home run. He hammered it over the left field fence, and it was an awesome afternoon for the Cyclones, and we'll see how they can do against a very good Unicoi County team coming up tonight. Our verse of the day out of the book of Isaiah says, Isaiah 26:3-4 says, I will keep you in perfect peace if you will keep your mind steadfast on me and always, always, always trust me. I am a rock you can always stand on. That's the verse of the day as we dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. And there you go. I will keep you in perfect peace if you'll keep your mind steadfast on me and always trust me. I am a rock you can always stand on. Again, that's out of the book of Isaiah, Isaiah 26, verses 3 and 4. The Wells Fargo final over the weekend, you had Jason Day bringing home the championship, winning $1.3 million. Again, 12 under, shot 272 for the tournament, 12 under. Right behind him was Nick Watney and Aaron Wise. Those two guys finished second and third. And so Jason Day wins it all for the Wells Fargo at Quail Hollow in Charlotte on Sunday. Trying to see where Tiger Woods finished up. He didn't do very good, I don't think. Oh no, he was 2 over, shot 286. Won $17,000 for Tiger. That's like me winning $10. I think that's not much money for Tiger Woods. So, and again, didn't do well. Started out pretty good, and I think he kind of went south pretty quickly. But anyway, Jason Day wins it, the latest on the PGA Tour, happening again. And so now they go to the Players Championship this weekend in Florida. Tom Taylor Sports Show, we thank you for being with us. We are live again at Movement Mortgage. Again, we have Jeremy Livesey at JeremyLivesey.com being here telling us all about what's going on here at this great establishment. They are rocking and rolling. They're very, very busy, and it's been a very good start to the spring buying and selling season for real estate here at this company right across from the Cracker Barrel here in Boones Creek. And so we appreciate him very much, and certainly thank you for being a part of our show. Like and share us, and we would appreciate that very, very much. And so we are well into the show. Again, top of the hour, Mike Edrick joins us, the NASCAR fans reporting at the very latest on what's going on. Kevin Harvick, again, brought home the checkers. We'll talk about that in a moment. Coming up next, we told you last week, and you know this by now, that Jason Witten retired. Well, pretty cool story. The Dallas Zoo has honored Jason Witten. We'll tell you all about that coming up next. Interesting story as we're here live again at Movement Mortgage in Boones Creek. Tomorrow at Max Medicine Mart. Wednesday we'll be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday we'll be at Freddy's in North Johnson City. And Friday we'll be at Food City in Colonial Heights. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're live here again at Movement Mortgage right after you hear this from our great sponsor, Bracken Paving, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at FCA.org.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Our great sponsor at Sprint, giving you a chance to save at all Sprint stores across the Tri-Cities. When you go into any Sprint store and say you heard the Tom Taylor Sports Show or Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball, they'll give you 25% off or a fourth off any accessory in the store. That would include Urban Armor gear cases, OtterBox cases, any screen protectors, tempered glass, 25% off. Wireless charging stands, pop sockets, tablet cases, wireless chargers, battery packs are all 25% off when you say you heard the Tom Taylor Sports Show or Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball. Also, Beats headphones, both the headphones and the earbuds, 25% off when you say you heard the show. Also, 3-piece magnetic organizers, battery packs, tablet cases, JBL portable flip speakers. It goes on and on. Anything accessory in the store at any Sprint store in the Tri-Cities, say you heard the Tom Taylor Sports Show and or Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball, and save 25% off today at your Sprint store across the Tri-Cities.
Back live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are here. We are again on this Monday, May the 7th, 2018. Our show number 742. Again tomorrow, Max Medicine Mart. Wednesday we'll be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday we'll be at Freddy's in North Johnson City. Then on Friday, Food City. On a Food City Friday this week, we'll be in Colonial Heights. And so moving right along here in the month of May. It's hard to believe we're about to hit the halfway point. Don't forget, this weekend is Mother's Day. And so here we go. Mom, for Mother's Day. There it is. Save 20% on any floral purchase of $9.99 or more at Food City when you buy Mom a 4th or larger sheet cake or double layer round cake. So I got that right there. There you go. They also have got the dish gardens. They got the fresh flowers. They got the plants. They got the hanging baskets. All this available in any and all Food Cities. Boy, look at that strawberry shortcake on that screen. Mother's Day combo deal. Save 20% on any floral purchase of $9.99 or more when you buy Mom a 4th or larger sheet cake or double layer round cake. Again, at your local Food City. Again, we'll be at Food City this weekend, this Friday, I should say, coming up at Food City in Colonial Heights. Now, before we get into my guest here, our first guest, who is the man who makes this place go, our buddy Jeremy Livingston, as we told you going into the break, the Dallas Zoo honoring the departing Jason Witten. Thought this is pretty cool. The Dallas Zoo saying thank you to Elizabeth, the native Jason Witten. Last week, of course, we showed you and told you all about his retirement. Well, they had a little baby giraffe born over the weekend, and they've named it Witten. So Witten the giraffe, that's great. Witten the giraffe, again, is now in the world and having a big time at the Dallas Zoo. Compliments again of Jason Witten being named after him, Witten, the baby giraffe. So I feel confident at some point, somewhere, there's going to be a little animal named Livesey or Jeremy.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Think so?
Pretty sure you're wrong. Yeah.
Oh, I think it'd be great. I think it'd be awesome. Let me get him up on the screen. There he is, our buddy.
I don't think it'd be a giraffe.
You don't think so? Mm-mm. What kind of animal would name after you?
Probably like a squirrel or something. Very non-threatening.
Something that wouldn't hurt anybody?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Something lovable and cuddly.
Warm and cuddly.
Yes.
There you go. Our buddy Jeremy Livesey with us here. We're live again at his establishment right across from the Boones Creek Cracker Barrel. And place is hopping, isn't it?
What, Boones Creek Cracker Barrel?
You.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So
hopping.
Cracker Barrel is too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's always hopping. You look across the parking lot. You're talking about hopping. Be there Sunday.
Woo-hoo. I was there Saturday morning, and the bacon is legit. It's
still good?
Stuff. Oh, yeah.
Love the bacon.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you want to talk about a crowded place, go over there this coming Sunday for Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck on that. Try and get in the place. So, all right, what about the Cavaliers? Your team is rolling right now.
They look good.
Oh,
they look like a real
good.
team.
Yeah. So, the legitimacy of LeBron James, not that he wasn't, but I think what I saw over the weekend, this is twice now in the postseason. Mm-hmm. 5th time in his career he's had a buzzer beater in the playoffs, so to win it, this guy's the deal.
Yeah.
And you look at me like
he's good.
This time.
Yeah, I think he's going to make it.
Yeah, and we all knew that, but I guess, as I told you before we went on the air, the crazy part about this is everybody knows he's going to get the ball, and they still can't stop him. It's not like he's, the hidden secret weapon. When he walks on the court, everybody knows he's the man.
Oh, yeah.
And they double team him, sometimes triple team him, and they still can't stop him.
Well, I watched the other night. I don't know if it's a combination of how good he is or if Toronto just doesn't know how to play him. Like, they can't match up against the Cavaliers. And, just the first, I guess, Thursday night's game when Kevin Love had 31 points. Mm-hmm. And, now they've got another weapon. Mm-hmm. And, first series, Kevin basically didn't even show up. So now they got 2 scorers. So, just makes LeBron's job a lot easier.
You have Corver.
Yeah.
You have Hill. Mm-hmm. You got some guys contributing too. You got a
J.R. Smith is kind
cast.
of non-existent, but he's taking up some space out there.
Mm-hmm. On the other side, Celtics and 76ers. I'm surprised the 76ers have made. They're going to go out the whimper. It looks like they're not going. They're.
If I were them,
very disappointing.
Just go ahead and do the sweep and be done with it.
Get the brooms out.
Yeah, that's.
Yesterday,
it should be 2-1 though. I would think.
Yep. It's up 3-0 in favor of the Celts. Mm-hmm. So yesterday, Golden State, 26-point win over New Orleans, 118-92. They go up 3-1. They'll play that 5th game tomorrow night in Golden State. Houston up over Utah yesterday by 13, 100-87. They lead 3-1. They play tomorrow night in Houston to wrap it up. Tonight, Cleveland up 3-0. They can close it out against the Raptors in Cleveland. And Boston up 3-0. They play tonight in Philadelphia, so those two could wrap it up. So your think it's a pretty safe bet. Cleveland, Boston to the east, and Houston and go.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
I think we can take that one to the bank.
I'm just glad they're starting the games at 6 o'clock tonight. I'll be able to watch both of them and
There
go to
you
bed
go.
before midnight.
Before midnight, yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, if you had to pick a world champion out of these 4 teams, who do you take?
I hate to say it, Golden State probably.
Really? Because they're picking back up and starting to play good.
Oh yeah,
aren't they?
they had their starting 5 the first time this year together, and they looked unstoppable.
Flipped the switch somewhere in that last series, and all of a sudden they're legitimate again.
Oh yeah,
They kind of struggled and kind of clunked along the last
yeah,
15,
they're
20
in
games
sync
of the
right
season,
now.
but yeah, that's a good way to describe it. They're in sync. Hey, we're live again at Movement Mortgage again in Boones Creek, right across from the Boones Creek Cracker Barrel. Tell us about Movement Mortgage. What's going on right now?
It's getting busy right now. It's gotten, I guess summer's around the corner, and now that it's warm, we're getting some more people moving into the area and just moving around. So we're staying pretty busy. So got about 20 some odd closings this month, and we already starting working on June. So
20 closings this month alone?
yeah, right around that. Yeah.
Wow.
And then we've already started taking loan apps for June.
So calendar year, how are we doing so far?
I think we're at almost 50 for the year so far. So we're average. I mean, it's not horrible. But
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
50 for the month? I mean,
the
50
year.
for the year?
I think I want to say after next week or maybe the week after, we'll be at 100 closings since we joined Movement. So that's from like September. So we'll take it.
I'm writing this down, obviously,
Yeah.
since you joined Movement Mortgage.
Yeah.
Of course, you got the new digs here in the office. So first off, tell folks how we can find you. Jeremy.Livesey.
At movement.com.
There you go. Jeremy.Livesey at movement.com.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the
how we
easiest way to
find
find
it.
me.
Yeah. And so once we get there, what will we find?
Well, if you do that, you'll be emailing me. So, you won't find a whole lot. But if you go to my website, jeremylivesey.com, you find our online application.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for.
And,
JeremyLivesey.com. That way you get in there and find out everything that's going on with the firm and the company. And so you've got 20 closings this month. I ask this every time we get here. Is there a trend?
Not really. Right now, it seems to be a lot of people just not relocating to the area, just relocating within the area right now. So I think we have a few out-of-towners, but it seems right now we have a lot of VA loans that are going in. So a lot of veterans are buying, and we do have a couple that's moving here from New York that's retiring down here. And other than that, it's really locals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Across the market.
Yeah.
Either downsizing or expanding, one of the two.
Pretty
right?
much. And then we have a lot of them, we've been doing this for a long time, so we have a lot of repeat customers who just come back we've done mortgages for before. So it makes our job easy.
JeremyLivesey.com, so repeats always good, and so
yeah.
you have those, and that kind of, to me, that's the biggest compliment because they know what you've done for them before, and they can stand on what you've done.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Yeah. So we have a
Somebody's
couple
calling.
that we're working with right now. We did a loan for them 2 years ago, and they're already going bigger.
right back at it.
Yep.
Getting bigger and better.
Yep.
JeremyLivesey.com again is the website to go to find out more. So you got Golden State, you got Houston, you got Cleveland, you got Boston. Are you watching the Predators? You following them at all?
Yes, I'm kind of worried about them. They didn't look too great the other night.
No, they did not. So they escaped tonight.
Winnipeg looked really good.
So Vegas eliminates San Jose, so they're waiting on the winner of the Nashville-Winnipeg series. Tampa Bay eliminates Boston yesterday. They're waiting on the winner of the Washington-Pittsburgh series. The Penguins are in trouble.
Yeah.
They're down 3-2, the defending Stanley Cup champions. So, but for the Preds tonight, they skate in Winnipeg to avoid elimination. They've got to win this thing. They're down 3-2. So
It's gonna be tough.
it is tough going up
Yeah.
there, and the place will be rocking, and it should be. The home team, they're going to try and close it out.
And Vegas looks good too.
Yes,
so
they do.
they make it to the conference finals, and Vegas looks like a real team. Bunch of misfits.
An expansion team in the
Yeah.
first year, trying to go to the NHL Stanley Cup.
That would be fantastic.
Yes, it would be Stanley Cup Finals. So that's a little ways off because Tampa Bay stands in their way, and they're a very, very good team. But we were talking to Josh Lawson the other day from the Kingsport Mets. He said, "Guess whose face is going to be on the scoreboard side of the field again this year
I saw that.
at Hunter Wright Stadium?" That would be
My mug's gonna be up there.
your mug's going to be
Yeah.
on there. Yeah, he was all about that.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. So
Try and get a bobblehead after me too. That'd be great.
The Jeremy Livesey bobblehead doll.
I had
Actually,
one.
love that.
I had one at our wedding. It was our wedding cake topper. We had bobbleheads made for us.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're being serious.
I'm dead serious.
You got pictures? I want to see one in the break. I want to see one.
I
Yeah.
can handle that.
The Jeremy and Ashley Livesey bobblehead wedding cake. Who did the cake? That's
Somebody at the beach did it, but we ordered the bobbleheads from Europe, and we went all out. We didn't mess around.
JeremyLivesey.com. Don't forget Elizabeth and Cyclone baseball coming up today. Again, we've got the Cyclones in Unicoi County, 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch, winners bracket of the AA tournament at TVA Credit Union Ballpark. And so we are anxiously awaiting the picture of the bobblehead doll wedding cake. How long ago was this?
Going on 3 years.
There you go. Hitting that magic number, the big 3 years.
Oh, yeah. You may have to wait till after the break on this.
So, JeremyLivesey.com. Something about VH loans and FHA loans. You can help them.
Yeah, we do a lot of VAs. We got a lot of veterans in this area that either move into the area just because the hospital's here, and then we're doing a lot of FHAs right now too because they just require less of a down payment, and so people, not everybody has 20% down, and so we kind of accommodate there. And then we've got some different rural development loan, the USDA. They do. There we go.
He's not lying. He is not lying. Can I put that up on the screen?
Sure.
Let's see if we can put this up here. This is the Jeremy Livesey.
What happened to your screen? There it is.
There it is.
You
Let's
got
go back to
select
this one. Yep. I don't know why, because I'm on yours.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Let's come back up here. Hit this one. And let's see his feet. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Oh, hit it again. It went dark. There you go. There it is. Of course, you got the curtains, blinds of it, but there's the Jeremy Livesey and Ashley Livesey. Will she get mad at you? We're doing this.
No, it's her idea.
There, never mind that. She's happy. There's the Jeremy and Ashley Livesey bobblehead doll wedding cake.
Yep, we still have that at our house, in our kitchen.
Do you really?
Yeah, sitting on our kitchen.
That's sweet. Look at it every day.
Oh, yeah. Just
Jeremy and Ashley
smile
sitting in the
the whole
tree.
time.
KISSING. There you
exactly
go.
right.
That's it. So, all right, we're going to get you back in here in a little while.
Okay.
Oh, before we go, 671. Tell me about the 671 plan here at Movement Mortgage.
671, you got 6-hour turnaround for underwriting, 7 days to process, and 1 day to close. And we're keeping up with that. We're averaging total from application to funding about 23 days right now. And then usually our wait is on the appraisal.
Complete total turnaround in about 23 days.
Yeah, average. Yeah.
Wow. 671. And so that's what we're looking for, and that's what they do and do very, very well here again at Movement Mortgage. And so, again, JeremyLivesey.com. And does your website stay hopping?
It does.
Yes, it does.
You get a lot of traffic on it.
That's what we want. JeremyLivesey.com. Come back here in a little while?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. We will go by phone to Knoxville, Tennessee. We'll talk some NASCAR, talk some NBA. We'll do that right after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call, and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and done. We're your one-and-done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one-and-done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Welcome to the Mini Morning News Show, where we are so excited about Chick-fil-A's Chicken Minis for breakfast that we've minified the news.
In real estate news, tiny homes for those who like everything within arm's reach.
In culinary news, micro food, because, small plates.
In entertainment news, this year it's all about the mini-series.
In pop culture news, mini everything.
Because, aw. All right, thanks for listening. Now go put some mini in your morning with the chicken you love for breakfast. Chick-fil-A's Chicken Minis until 10:30 a.m.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, it goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitat, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Thanks for being with us. We are live again. We are right here in Movement Mortgage in Boones Creek, right across from the Cracker Barrel. We thank you for being with us again on this Monday, again, May the 7th, 2018. Again, let's run down the National Hockey League. As we told you before the break, we were talking about that with Jeremy. Again, JeremyLivesey.com. Check it out. If you're looking for a VA loan or an FHA loan, he can certainly help you. He loves doing those because they can run them through quick. They've got a system. As you heard him say, that right now the average turnaround from the time you walk in to the time you close your particular loan is right around 23 days on the average right now. So that is very, very impressive. National Hockey League, Tampa Bay skates past Boston 3-1. Lightning eliminate the Bruins 4-1. They move on now to they'll play the winner of the Washington-Pittsburgh series, which continues tonight. Game 6 tonight. Washington leads the defending Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins 3-2. And so Tampa Bay waits for the winner of that one. Vegas, the expansion team, the Golden Knights, eliminate San Jose, winning that series 4-2. And so Vegas wins it yesterday in a shutout 3-0. They'll play the winner of Nashville-Winnipeg. Those two play tonight in Winnipeg. The Predators down 3-2. So their backs are against the wall to win. They're going to win two. The next two to keep going to move on to the next round of the Western Conference Finals against Vegas. And so it's not going to be easy. They got to win tonight in Winnipeg and come back later this week and win in Nashville against a very good team. But, hey, now's the time to do it. Step up to the plate and make it happen. NBA, as we told you, Golden State yesterday over New Orleans, 118-92, beat them by 26. They're up 3-1. They play at Golden State tomorrow night to try and finish it. Houston defeats Utah yesterday, 100-87. The Rockets up 3-1 in that series. They'll try and finish that one off tomorrow night on their home floor in Houston. Tonight, NBA, Cleveland, the Cavaliers up 3-0 over the Toronto Raptors. Again, LeBron and the boys will be in Cleveland trying to wrap it up tonight. And the Celtics will try and do the same tonight on the road in Philadelphia. Celtics up 3-0 in that series, and so they'll play that one tonight in Philadelphia. So Cleveland at Toronto tonight and Boston at Philadelphia. We've got Cyclone Baseball this afternoon. It's going to be a dandy. 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch from TVA Credit Union Ballpark. It'll be, again, the Cyclones and the Unicoi County Blue Devils, the number 1 seed in the tournament, split in the regular season. Both teams winning on the other team's home field, so we'll have that for you again. 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch this afternoon from TVA Credit Union Ballpark, formerly Cardinal Park in Johnson City. Bristol Motor Speedway welcomes some of the region's brightest young minds to the Last Great Coliseum today. Again, the event showcasing students from, it's a solar-powered go-kart race. How about that? On the high banks of Bristol Motor Speedway, showcasing kids from 20 schools and 15 different school systems in Northeast Tennessee, including the defending overall champ, the Clinch School, out of Edison, Tennessee. The challenge will feature qualifying in an endurance race where teams will try and make as many laps as possible in the allotted time provided. Teams have been hard at work since last fall to build their solar-powered go-karts. The schools will be converting gasoline-powered go-karts to electric power, complete with DC motors, battery arrays to store and provide energy, and onboard solar panels. How about that? So this is happening today. Started at 11 o'clock, going to go to about 4 o'clock this afternoon. And so each school receiving a Perkins Reserve Grant from the Tennessee Department of Education to fund the project. About $1 million in grants are awarded in Tennessee each year, and all grants are extremely competitive in nature. And so neat stuff. This is happening, again, as we said, going on today. Starts at 11 o'clock and goes until about 4 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Solar-powered go-karts, 20 schools from 15 different school systems up there making that happen again today. And that's neat stuff happening at Bristol Motor Speedway. Of course, they got the Short Track Nationals coming up next weekend, and then you've got the drags in here and Father's Day weekend. We'll have more to say about that coming up, of course, here over the next couple of days. All right, let's take a look at Major League Baseball. As we're here on the road again at Movement Mortgage, check him out on the web at JeremyLivesey.com. And we appreciate that very much. He's one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, as is these folks right here. I'm going to pull out this one today for show and tell purposes. Blue Lizard, the sport. Put it up here, sport. Get it right up there. You see, water resistant for 80 minutes. Zinc oxide formula. The bottle turns blue in UV light, so when it turns blue, that tells you it's time to put it on. Dermatologists recommended, again, Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen, SPF 30+, made right here in Johnson City, Tennessee, and sent all over the world. Again, the uses, let's see what it says right. This is good stuff. On the back of it, it tells you uses. Helps prevent sunburn and photo damage caused by UVA, UVB exposure. Higher SPF gives more sunburn protection. If used as directed with other sun protection measures, see the directions, it decreases the risk of skin cancer and early skin aging caused by the sun. How about that? All this on the back of this. Again, you want to make sure that you apply this every 80 minutes. This one's good for water resistant. Here you see up on the bottle, water resistant for 80 minutes. Dermatologist recommended zinc oxide formula. This is the Sport. There's 4 of them. And you got Sport, you got the baby, you got the face. It's the ones we like to promote. And so there's 4 different types. And of course, here's the one for the baby, SPF 30 plus. Again, no parabens, no fragrances, titanium dioxide and zinc oxide formula for this one for the baby, for little people. And this one is for the face, specifically for your face. And there it is, same thing, no parabens and no fragrances, zinc oxide formula, dermatologist recommended. Again, the face, Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen made right here in Johnson City, Tennessee, and shipped all over the world, including our spot we'll be at tomorrow, Max Medicine Mart in Kingsport. Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 742. Thanks for being with us again on this Monday, May the 7th, 2018. Let's run down and see what's going on in Major League Baseball. We'll start with American League. Domingo Germán. That would be your starting pitcher for the New York Yankees yesterday. Got a rare start, and boy, did he make the most of it as he struck out 9, walked 3 across 6 no-hit innings. And so Domingo Germán, big star for the Yankees yesterday as they win it. And so let's run down the scoreboard. First off, in the American League, let's run down your scores. Yankees beat Cleveland 7-4. Toronto over Tampa Bay 2-1. Minnesota 5. The White Sox 3. Kansas City doubles up Detroit 4-2. It was Boston 6, Texas 1. Oakland over Baltimore 2-1. Arizona beat Houston 3-1. Angels over Seattle. The final there was 8-2. In the National League, you have 14-inning affair. It was the Cardinals finally prevailing over the Cubs 4-3. Colorado beat the Mets 3-2. San Francisco 4, Atlanta 3. Washington beat Philadelphia 5-4. Pittsburgh 9, Milwaukee 0. Arizona beat Houston 3-1. Miami over the Reds 8-5, and San Diego shuts out the Dodgers. Final there was 3-0. So Domingo Germán, big star for the Yankees, as they get that win 7-4 yesterday, and he gets the W as they go on and win. As we said, beat the Cleveland Indians 7-4. Elsewhere, Max Scherzer making history. The Nationals defeated the Phillies in thrilling fashion on Sunday, coming from behind and winning on a single in the bottom of the 9th inning. Scherzer didn't factor into the decision, but man, he was the most notable part of the game. Scherzer managed to strike out 15 Phillies in just 6 1/3 innings. And so, let's see, that one pitcher in history, only one pitcher before this in history had struck out 15 or more in a game where they didn't pitch at least 7 innings. He went 6 1/3. That was Randy Johnson back in 2001. Otherwise, everyone else that had ever notched 15-plus strikeouts had pitched at least 7 innings. Max Scherzer, 15 Phillies in just 6 1/3 innings. Only 2 have ever done that, Randy Johnson in 2001, and now Max Scherzer here in 2018. What else happening in Major League Baseball from yesterday? Since joining the Astros last season, Justin Verlander, virtually unstoppable, made 12 regular season starts. He was 9-0 heading into Sunday. Probably a little bit jarring to see him in the loss column. That's what happened. Actually, he only gave up 1 run in 6 innings, but there was an unearned run thanks to a throwing error. Astros have lost 5 out of the last 6. On the flip side, the Diamondbacks take the series and continue to look impressive. At 23-11, they boast the best record in the National League. What else happening? The Giants, pretty impressive sweep of the Braves over the weekend. Braves are one of the hottest teams in baseball, coming home having won 7 out of the last 8 on a road trip. Set for a 3-game series with the injury-riddled Giants. Sure enough, as baseball often does, got a very surprising series. The Giants took all 3. So the Giants now 19-15. They've done it without Madison Bumgarner, among others, and getting limited action from, among others, Johnny Cueto and some of the others. So pretty impressive start for the Giants and a big sweep over the weekend of the Atlanta Braves. And so we'll run down the schedule for you coming up here in just a moment. Problems still continue for the Dodgers. Just when it looked like things might be turning around for L.A. with a 3-game winning streak through Friday's committee no-hitter in Mexico, they dropped the latter 2 games of the series, the Padres. They played those in Mexico, trying to spread the cheer and get more of an international flavor in Major League Baseball. And so the Dodgers dropped the series to the Padres, And so that's not a good sign for Los Angeles. They move on to the next series starting tonight. Also, after getting out to a brilliant start, the Mets have scuffled in recent times. Noah Syndergaard took the mound against the Rockies on Sunday with a 5-game losing streak on the line, unable to snap it. Wasn't really his fault. He limited the Rockies to 2 runs over 6 innings, and yet the Mets offense found Kyle Freeland tough to solve. Pitcher for the Rockies, end of the day, having allowed 2 runs in 7 innings while striking out 8 and walking 1. So a big win again for the Colorado Rockies, and now the Mets have dropped 6 in a row. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, Chris Sale in prime form in Texas for the Boston Red Sox, striking out 12 Rangers in 7 innings while allowing just 1 run on 4 hits, lowered his ERA to a tiny 2.02. Red Sox hot again, having won 6 out of the last 8. The Yankees have even though the rival Yankees are the hottest team in baseball, the Red Sox boast the best record at 25-9 as we start the week. What else happening in Major League Baseball? The Pirates crushed the Brewers in a 9-0 rout. Chad Kuhl and Rich Rodriguez combining for a shutout while striking out 14 Brewers. And so the Pirates win again 9-0. They take the series, and the Brewers continue to have trouble with non-terrible teams. They're 14-1 against the Reds, the Padres, the Marlins, and the Royals, but against anybody's any good, quite frankly, they're 6-14. So not having a good season so far against teams that are pretty good are the Milwaukee Brewers. And finally, in Major League Baseball, you've got to talk about and give a shout-out to Shohei Ohtani, again for the Los Angeles Angels, worked 6 innings on Sunday, 2 runs on 6 hits while striking out 6. And so this guy continues to do well. Mike Trout, a big 3-run hammer moonshot, his 12th home run of the season for the Angels as they win again, a big one again in Seattle. Final there was 8-2. And oh, by the way, the Orioles lose again. They've dropped 18 out of the last 21. They are pitiful. Also, injury status. Clayton Kershaw, Los Angeles Dodgers, on the disabled list, again with, tendonitis in his bicep, I believe is what I read. And so he is on the shelf. Also, I went back and watched the video. Yadier Molina, man, he got hit right square in the And so, groin surgery. He's out at least a month for groin surgery. Hit him right square in the old, And so he went down on the ground immediately, doubled up and doubled over, and he was a hurting puppy, and they rushed him right immediately to the hospital. He took a foul tip right into his crotch area at a 102-mile-an-hour fastball coming off the bat, hit him right square in the groin, and even with protection, so he was in trouble, hurting puppy, and they got him off the field, and so he is on the shelf now. The all-time great catcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, Yadier Molina, who started here in Johnson City in the Cardinal organization, is on the shelf for a month, and it's a big blow, not only for what he can do on the field, but certainly in the clubhouse as well. And last but not least, Mookie Betts left the Red Sox game early on Sunday with a bruised shoulder. Not serious. It's considered day to day. Let's check the standings in Major League Baseball. First off, in the National League, the Braves with a 1-game lead over Philadelphia. The Mets a 1.5 back. In the Central Division, Cardinals with a 1-game lead over Milwaukee. And then in the Western Division, Arizona with a 3.5-game lead over the Colorado Rockies in the National League. In the American League, Boston with a game lead better over New York. Central Division, Cleveland 2-game lead over Minnesota. Detroit 2.5 games back. And in the West, the Los Angeles Angels are atop the defending World Series champion Houston Astros by a game. Houston a game back, Seattle a 1.5 back in Major League Baseball. Your schedule for today goes like this. It's a light day in Major League Baseball. In the American League, everything under the lights. Detroit at Texas, Minnesota interleague game in St. Louis against the Cardinals. Houston with Dallas Keuchel on the mound in Oakland to battle the A's, and a 10:05 start in Oakland. In the National League, everything under the lights. San Francisco at Philadelphia. The Mets in Cincinnati, Miami at Chicago, Minnesota at St. Louis will be said, and Washington with Strasburg on the mound will be in San Diego to take on the Padres on a 10-10 first pitch. And that's what's going on there in the world of Major League Baseball. By the way, Clayton Kershaw, yes, bicep tendonitis, 10-day disabled list with left bicep tendonitis, returned to L.A. on Sunday for test, and so Los Angeles manager Dave Roberts said the left-hander got hurt before Saturday's game against San Diego. So Kershaw 1-4 with a 2.68 ERA this season with 48 strikeouts and 10 walks in 44 innings. So Dave Roberts, the manager, says it's a little bit head-scratching, but we have to keep moving forward. I know he's frustrated because he wants to carry the load, and he can't, and so he's out for the time being. Also, the Mets put Jacob deGrom on the disabled list with a hyperextended elbow in his pitching arm, and so the 29-year-old was hurt while batting Wednesday against Atlanta. And after an MRI and a scan in New York, said he'd been given the okay to make Monday's start in Cincinnati. Instead, he was put on the 10-day disabled list as of Sunday. And so deGrom 3-0 with a 2.06 ERA in 7 starts. They also released Matt Harvey, so he is free to go and do as he needs to do as a pitcher for the New York Mets. Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live again at Movement Mortgage. JeremyLivesey.com is the website to go to. JeremyLivesey.com. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're live, and we'll come back and we'll check in with Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans reporter. We'll go to the top of the hour, talk a little NASCAR. Had 3 this weekend racing. The Camping World Truck Series, we'll let him tell you about the win by Johnny Sauter. Also, the Xfinity Series, we'll let him tell you about the win by Justin Allgaier. And then yesterday, the Cup Series win, his 4th of the season by Stewart-Haas Racing's Kevin Harvick. We'll let him tell you all about that coming up here in just a few minutes. Don't forget, we are ready to go for baseball this afternoon. 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch. It will be the Elizabethton Cyclones against the Unicoi County Blue Devils. Number 3 seed Elizabethton, number 1 seed Unicoi County will square off in the winner's bracket game. 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch. We'll have it for you right here again on your home for the Elizabethton Cyclone baseball right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and TomTaylorSports.com. Back after this, we're live again, as we said, at Movement Mortgage. Go to the website, JeremyLivesey.com. Find out more about Movement Mortgage here in Boones Creek, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
The savings continue the month of May at Max Medicine Mart in Kingsport. All Gaia and Solgar products 20% off at Max Medicine Mart. Solgar producing fine quality nutritional supplements for 71 years, and Gaia both 20% off in the month of May. No coupons, no limits. Every time you purchase any and all Solgar or Gaia products in the month of May, automatic 20% off. Open 7 days a week, right down the street from Dobbins Minute on Center Street in Kingsport. Again, Solgar and Gaia products 20% off the month of May at Max Medicine Mart. Max Medicine Mart, Center Street in Kingsport. Make tracks to Max.
This Father's Day weekend, man-made thunder rumbles into town as Bristol Dragway hosts the Fitzgerald USA NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals. Witness the raw power of the fastest sport in the world. Every ticket is a pit pass. Buy before June 1st and save, including free tickets for kids 12 and under on Sunday. Treat Dad to the heart-pounding power of 10,000 horses. This Father's Day weekend, visit ThunderValleyTix.com or call 423-BRISTOL.
Back with my buddy Phil, Phil's Dream Pit again, the quest for perfect barbecue. And tell us about, big guy, tell us about the Dream Packs at Phil's Dream Pit.
So we offer these Dream Packs that we offer them in equal numbers. So like 4, 8, 12, 20, 24. I mean, we can do them as much as 100 people or more. We've had them go out for 300 people. But the Dream Packs are, it comes with the pork, the sauce, the buns, and 3 sides. So you could do like beans, potato salad, and coleslaw. The price ends up costing you a little under $7 a person, which is an unbelievable value around here.
Well, obviously spring's right around the corner. You're looking at people on the move, going to ball games and Little League games and just being on the move. So this is a great way to come in and get a Dream Pack. And or if you got an event in the backyard, a cookout, or whatever you got going on, this is a great way to feed the gang, right?
It is. And another benefit of it is sometimes people are having rehearsal dinners and they'll have volunteers from their church that will serve. So this is a very inexpensive way to hold your costs down for your rehearsal dinner or your wedding. We do offer full service catering. The price goes up a little bit to have our whole crew out there, but you could do the value packs too and have folks from church serve it and cost you under $7 a person.
Let's squeeze in too before I let him go. Meat by the pound. So again, another event coming up that you just want to come out here and buy this great meat by the pound. You do that as well.
I do. We offer the pulled chicken. We offer brisket by the pound, pork by the pound, chicken salad by the pound. The chicken salad, kind of give us a heads up if you're going to want 4 or 5 pounds of that, because we try not to make that much of it at once.
And all this on the website.
And philsdreampit.com.
Yep.
It has our catering menu. It also has our in-house menu and the value packs, and just an awesome deal.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, they're physically located right off Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. So Phil's Dream Pit, philsdreampit.com. The quest for perfect barbecue, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks to our good folks again from Phil's Dream Pit. Close day, ready to go tomorrow. And let's go to the phone. He's there, our buddy Mike Hedrick, with that great entry. He said, hello, Mike Hedrick. How you doing, my friend?
Doing great, except for the pollen. We've got so much pollen up here in Northern Virginia, but it's a beautiful sunny day. And, man, we had some great racing there at Dover this last weekend.
Absolutely. We'll start again chronologically. We'll start first on Friday with the Camping World Truck Series. Johnny Sauter brought home the checkers, and tell us about it. It was a great win for Johnny Sauter, the Truck Series, again winning in Dover and holding off Matt Kraft and Justin Haley and David Gillian and Harrison Burton. So set us up, my friend. Tell us about the truck race.
Yeah, that was a fantastic race. We told everybody last week that you want to make sure you're watching all of NASCAR, not just the Cup Series. And the Truck Series was great there at the JEGS 200. Yeah, Johnny Sauter at the very end got the victory holding off Matt Crafton. But really the story was a couple of laps before when the pole sitter Noah Gregson, who was racing Johnny Sauter very, very hard. I mean, very hard. He wound up racing so hard. He wound up bouncing off Johnny's truck. He wrecked himself out. Johnny held off Matt Crafton, like we said. That's his second win for the season and 19th of his career. But social media, they called out our buddy Noah Gregson. They said that, or some people were calling him a dirty driver. Now, Noah took responsibility for the wreck. He said that that's not normally the way he races, and that's not what he wants to be known for. But he also went on to say that, you know what, if you're a fan and you like me, I appreciate that. If you're not, hey, I've got a race and I am who I am. He almost did like a Popeye quote there, Tom. He said, I am what I am, and that's what I am. But great racing right there, trucks right there at Dover.
Absolutely. Johnny Sauter, again, your points leader, wins the race. Let's give you the numbers again. Top 10, Johnny Sauter, Matt Crafton, Justin Haley, David Gillian, and Harrison Burton. Again, you had in that race 7 cautions for 46 laps. You had 8 lead changes among 4 drivers. And so, again, leading the most laps was your winner, Johnny Sauter. So, and then as we said, Gregson led 60. You had Parker Kligerman leading 11 laps, and then you also had Ben Rhodes leading 2. But checkers went to Johnny Sauter. Points, they now have Johnny Sauter again, your leader, by 51. It was there and stays there. Ben Rhodes second, Noah Gregson third, Brett Moffitt fourth, Grant Emfinger fifth. In comes Matt Kraft and Justin Haley, the rookie drivers. Myatt Snyder and Dalton Sargent 8 and 9, and Stuart Friesen rounds out the top 10. All right, so you saw the highlights. Is it justified? Was he a dirty driver, or was it legitimate? What was your take on it?
I like hard racing. I like, a guy being very aggressive. I didn't see where he intentionally, drove into him to try to wreck him. I think he raced him really hard. He raced him rough. Maybe a little rougher than than Johnny expected, or the fans did. Did it cross a line? It didn't with me. Like I said, I like aggressive racing. The kid is on fire. He's a great driver there in the Truck Series. You see him popping up in the Xfinity Series somewhere. I think you're going to actually hear his name in the Cup Series sooner than we might have thought. So I don't think it was over the line. But, hey, that's the way NASCAR fans are. I mean, they have so many mixed range of opinions, as we all know.
Absolutely. We're talking to our buddy, as we said, Mike Hedrick, on the screen, on the phone again, live with us in Northern Virginia. Then we moved to the Xfinity Series. Man, what a great race there. Teammates coming out of turn 4, a little beating and banging, and Elliott Sadler and Justin Allgaier. And so Allgaier wins the Dover International, and a great finish in the One Main Financial 200 at Dover over the weekend. Tell us about that race.
You know what? That was probably, to me, one of the best parts about that race was there was no Cup drivers in that Xfinity race. So these guys got to race themselves out because, as we know, when the Cup drivers are in there, they usually will get the win. But that race finish right there with the 2 Junior Motorsports teammates, Justin Allgaier and Elliott Sadler, I mean, they couldn't have raced into each other any harder, but any cleaner. I mean, they were bouncing off of each other coming out of turn 4 into that final stretch. I'm sure that Dale Jr. was sweating like crazy. But you know what? Allgaier, they call him Little Gator. He had 0.3 of a second overhead of Sadler. He gets the victory, and it was a great win. That gets his first win at Dover. That's his 6th of the career. But like you said, it was a Junior Motorsports kind of a day with Justin Allgaier winning, Elliott Sadler coming in second, And Johnny Sauter was actually driving for junior. He came in 6th as well. But, yeah, Justin Allgaier, Elliott Sadler in 2nd, Daniel Hemrick in 3rd, Christopher Bell for Joe Gibbs Racing in 4th, Tyler Reddick. Actually, Tyler Reddick is the other junior motorsports. I'm sorry about that. Johnny Sauter, Noah Gregson, Matt Tiff, Austin Cindric, and Brandon Jones, the top 10 in that race.
There you go. And so that's how things shake out there. And again, Allgaier wins the Xfinity Series race and the Dash for Cash. And so holding off teammate Elliott Sadler. Again, the Xfinity Series off this week. They'll pick back up in Charlotte in a couple of weeks. So it'll be trucks and Cup going to Kansas this week. And so Xfinity Series, again, 33-point lead to the veteran driver Elliott Sadler over Justin Allgaier. As, again, they head off, not this week. They'll take a day or week off, rather, but they'll be ready to go again in Charlotte coming up in a couple of weeks. Which leads us to the big race, of course, as we call it, and that would be, yes, the Cup Series at Dover, the AAA for Autism 400, and it was won by, for the 4th time this season, Kevin Harvick, his 41st win of his career, breaking his tie with Mark Martin. So pretty impressive performance for Kevin Harvick. Tell us about it.
I think it was. That was Kevin Harvick's day from the beginning to the end. I mean, he led by 7.5 seconds at that finish line. He won all 3 stages. He led over 200 of the 400 laps. That was just an amazing day for Kevin Harvick. He gets his 4th win this season, like you said, 2nd at Dover and 41st of his career. That puts him 18th of all time. That passes Mark Martin at 40, and he's closing in on Bill Elliott, who's got 44. But what a great racing, especially if you're a Ford driver. Kevin Harvick gets a win, holding off Clint Boyer, Daniel Suarez, Martin Truex Jr., Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski in 6th, Denny Hamlin in 7th, Ryan Blaney in 8th, Jimmy Johnson another top 10 in 9th, and Kyle Larson. After the race, though, Kevin Harvick said he was a little bit nervous with Clint Boyer right behind him. Seems he had been trash talking Clint Boyer all weekend long, and he knew right behind him that might have been his opportunity to get going. But man, Fords are strong, 5 of them in the top 10, 3 Toyotas, 2 Chevys. But yeah, great racing there on the Cup side.
Absolutely. And so you look up and down the all-time wins list: Richard Petty with 200, David Pearson 105, Jeff Gordon with 93, Bobby Allison and Darrell Walter with 84, Cale Yarborough with 83, along with Jimmy Johnson. The late Dale Earnhardt with 76, Rusty Wallace 55, Lee Petty 54, Ned Jarrett 50, Junior Johnson 50, Tony Stewart 49, Herb Thomas 48, Buck Baker along with Kyle Busch with 46. And then you look right there, Bill Elliott 44, and then right there on the back bumper of Bill Elliott, if you will, is Kevin Harvick with 41 wins. Impressive career, and obviously a very dominating performance at the Monster Mile. So, again, more momentum for this team as they head off to Kansas. And, again, your lead as far as the points shrinks. Kyle Busch now only with a 22-point lead over Logano, and don't look now, but over his shoulder is your 3rd place in points, Kevin Harvick. Clint Boyer 4th, Brad Keselowski 5th, Kurt Busch 6th, Ryan Blaney 7th, Denny Hamlin 8th in points, Martin Truex 9th, and then rounding out the top 10, Kyle Larson. And again, as we talked on Friday, Mike, we look around and we see no Hendrick Motorsports in the top 10 right now in points, and I'm sure that's very disturbing for that team.
And it is. And, other than Jimmy Johnson, who got a 9th place right there in the race, Chase Elliott was 12th, William Byron was 14th, and Alex Bowman was 23rd. Now, that still leaves them, if we look on the standings, Jimmy Johnson is 12th, Alex Bowman is 14th, and Chase Elliott's 15th, and William Byron is 18th. So they're right out there. Not two of them, only one of them would be sitting outside of the 16 guys going into the playoffs. But it just shows, that they've still got work that they're that they're working on. And it also, I think it shows that, like we talked last week at Dover, it is a tough track, and it's a veteran that's going to get that. Kevin Harvick, he's still talking trash about the young guys. And if you look back on the wins that we've had this year, with his 4 and Kyle Busch has got 3 and going down the line, the average age of the drivers that are winning right now is 36, while the average age of the drivers is 30. Now, only 2 of these 11 races have even been won by somebody under the age of 30. That's going to be Joey Logano and Austin Dillon, who got the Daytona 500. That could be a fluke. So I think Kevin Harvick is having a grand old time with these young guys and kind of rubbing it in just a little bit. That the old-timers seem to be doing it in spite of all NASCAR's big push, about all the young guns or the new wave of the sport.
We're talking to Mike Hedrick, doing a great job as always. You look at yesterday's race, some of the veterans did not do well. Kyle Busch, of course, your points leader, a very disappointing 35th. You have those days. Then you have Paul Menard finished 34th. Ryan Newman finished 33rd. So you had some veteran guys down at the bottom of the totem pole yesterday. And, of course, as you said, Harvick, Boyer, Daniel Suarez, solid run, finishing third for Joe Gibbs. Also yesterday, Martin Truex Jr., defending points champion, ran fourth. Kurt Busch rounded out the top five. Then came Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Jimmy Johnson, and Kyle Larson. But again, three of the regulars down at the bottom of the totem pole, and it's got to be, I would think, be concerning for the Wood brothers and Paul Menard because he's not having a very good year right now.
And you know what? And he's a long-time driver. He's got his dad in the Menard's business as a sponsor. He's a good driver. It's taken him a long time. It took him 7 years to get him a win. He's a good driver. We're a little disappointed because we've seen how successful Ryan Blaney had been driving in that Wood Brothers car. But we got to remember that they're just a single car operation. And Paul Menard is who he is. So this season is going to be great. They're going to be heading off to Kansas next, and that might change everybody's luck there just a little bit.
We're talking to our buddy Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR Fans Report. He joins us twice a week. We'll have a preview of Kansas coming up on Friday. Had a little skirmish this past Friday, a little altercation in the garage up in Dover. What happened there? Who got involved?
Yeah, you hate to hear this, and whatever was going on, it happened early because it happened Friday morning. Now, Bob Pockrass from NASCAR reports that there was an argument Friday morning in the garages between a former JP Motorsports employee. His name was Lawrence Hayden, age 33, and the JP Motorsports co-owner, Jerry Hathaway. He's age 56. Now, I don't know what they got in there. I don't know. They said he's a former employee, so maybe there was, he got let go and had come to the track looking for him. I don't know what happened. But whatever the skirmish and the argument went on, it led on to the younger Lawrence Hayden, age 33. He broke Mr. Hathaway's jaw, and Mr. Hathaway had to be hospitalized. Now, the Lawrence Hayden was arrested by the police up there, and he was charged with second-degree assault. Now, that's a Class D felony. I just looked that up. Now, NASCAR has indefinitely suspended him as well, but that Class D felony is no joke. Even though it's one of the least of the felonies, I mean, it can affect his job. Well, it already has, but it could affect child visitation and more. Now, also, a Class D plus you add violent could be 7 years maximum jail time on this thing. So we don't know what the altercation was, but whatever it was, it escalated quickly. It's unfortunate. We don't normally hear about that kind of stuff in the NASCAR garage. So unfortunately, we hope that Mr. Hathaway, the co-owner up there, we hope that he heals up, and then we hope that this Lawrence Hayden guy, the young guy, he gets the help that he needs, and this all resolves itself.
Consequences for your choices, my friend. We can go back and say it every time something happens. It can go good for you, it can go bad for you. So if you rear back, get ready to jack somebody's jaw like he did and broke it, then you just got to know that there's going to be repercussions, and there should be, and there are. So we hope everything clears up on that situation all the way around. We're talking to our buddy Mike Hedrick. We're on a baby watch. Kyle Larson may not be running on Sunday in Kansas. He's about to be daddy for the second time. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're hearing that John Hunter Nemechek is on standby for Kyle Larson. Now, John Hunter Nemechek is a Chip Ganassi teammate on the Xfinity side. He sometimes will drive that number 42 on the Xfinity side, but they're talking about him coming up and being ready because, as we were hearing now, that Miss Caitlin Sweet, who's Kyle Larson's fiancée, is to have their second child. Now, first thing that I'm thinking is, hey, it's a beautiful thing. We love people having children and everything. We didn't normally used to hear about NASCAR drivers stepping out when their girlfriends, back in the day, used to be your wife, would have a baby. So we hope everything is going all good. Hope there's not any complications that would have him nervous as well. And if Kyle Larson, if you're listening, hey buddy, put a ring on that thing, man. It's your second baby. You're a role model, and there's a lot of kids that are watching you. And congratulations to them, but I'd like to see him put a ring on that thing there, Tom.
Well put, my friend. Well put. That's, these kids need role models, and that would be a good way to do that, is to say, I do, and make it official and get married to this young lady about to give him his second child. We're talking about Kyle Larson. Again, as Mike said, John Hunter Nemechek's on baby watch. He may be driving that machine 42 coming up on Sunday. Are you surprised that they tapped John Hunter Nemechek? There's a lot of guys sitting out there that could jump in that car if need be, and yet they went with John Hunter Nemechek. Are you surprised at the choice they have for the baby watch?
No, not really, because I really like John Hunter Nemechek. I mean, and we talk about him, he comes from, his dad, John, Joe Nemechek and all that, but he's a really good driver. He actually took a chance, and instead of racing with a much smaller Xfinity team full time, he went over to Chip Ganassi, which is a very good powerhouse Cup team that now has an Xfinity program, and he's sharing that ride with Kyle Larson. I think that's a very mature thing for him to do. To take the opportunity to learn from a Cup veteran, also, takes maturity to step out of a full-time ride to get that opportunity. So I think that Chip Ganassi, they're grooming him. Who knows how long Jamie McMurray is going to stay along, and we may see that Ganassi goes to a 3-car team here after a little bit. But I like the pick. I think that keeps him in the organization. He's already going to probably be there with the Xfinity teams, or not the Xfinity team because they're going to be off. But he's probably going to be around. He actually goes to the Cup races when he's not racing and all that. So I like the pick. I think it's going to be good. Hey, don't forget Kansas coming up. There we're also going to have Matt Kenseth is going to be back in the driver's seat. He's going to be in the Roush Fenway number 6, switching out with Trevor Bayne this rest of the season. I kind of predict that we're going to see Matt Kenseth full-time next year in that Roush car in 2019. I think that they're just making sure that Trevor Bayne gets a paycheck for the rest of this season, and kind of finishing up some contracts or sponsor commitments that he's got going. But yeah, exciting. Yeah, we're going to see Matt Kenseth back at Kansas next week.
You got it. Matt Kenseth again with 39 wins under his belt, again in the top 25 all-time wins list in NASCAR in the Cup Series, the champion of 2003. And you look at the points right now for Trevor Bayne, 29th in points. Again, he is 321 points off the pace in the number 6 machine. And I was trying to see what he did yesterday. I don't think they had a very good run yesterday. Let's see. Trevor Bayne finished 22nd after qualifying 19th, and so he was 2 laps off the pace, so not a good day again yesterday. So, he's a great guy. He's a Christian. I believe in what he's doing. I believe in his cause. But, at the end of the day, unfortunately, it is a performance business. And so despite how good the guy is and how nice the guy is, and he is, but where Jack Roush said, hey, we got to get somebody in there that's going to be a little bit more competitive and bring us a chance for better success. And so Trevor Bayne's got caught kind of in a tough spot, but he's a great guy. And so he's not going away yet, but they are going to platoon each other for the rest of the season. And I think you're right. I think you're going to see Matt Kenseth move into that full-time next year. And I don't know what happens to Trevor Bayne, but again, he's still with him for the rest of the season. And it'll be Matt Kenseth in that number 6 Avocare Ford, as Mike said, coming up on Sunday at Kansas Speedway. So should be interesting, and a tough break for this guy from Knoxville, whose little brother, by the way, is now racing over at Kingsport Speedway, and he was involved in a tough crash over there on Friday night. But anyway, Trevor Bayne out of the car this week, as Mike said, and Matt Kenseth is in. I think that would, I guess, if you're 26th in points, your team, that gives everybody in the garage kind of a little extra step, a little oomph, if you will, because a champion and a guy with 39 wins under his belt coming back in to drive the car, I guess it would get everybody kind of jacked up, wouldn't it?
And it would. And also, Matt Kenseth is we'll talk about this more on Friday when we do the Kansas preview, but Matt Kenseth is very good at Kansas Speedway. Other than Jimmy Johnson, who's got the most wins, both he's got 2 wins there. He's tied for the most poles with Johnson in him. He's got the second most top 5s, the second most top 10. So Matt Kenseth is going to be really good at Kansas Motor Speedway. If I was on that number 6 Roush team, I would be fired up. And I'd be putting it on myself. Hey, we need to step up our game, either getting this car ready for him or being in the pit road to stand up to his level. I don't expect a 20th or 20-something place finish for Matt Kenseth. I think you're going to see him at least in the top 15. You may even see him break the top 10, and you can't count him out of victory circle.
Absolutely. Would that be something we're going to come back in the car and win the thing on Sunday again in Kansas? And it's certainly possible because, as Mike will show us on Friday, that the numbers show that Matt Kenseth runs very well at Kansas. Mike, great job, my friend. Screen Taters, a beautiful sunny day here in Tennessee. Hope the same up there. And give me some Screen Taters. Love you, man. I'll talk to you on Friday, all right?
All right, Screen Taters, and God bless everybody real good. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Great job, my man. Mike Hedrick with us again from Northern Virginia here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Appreciate him very much being with us as we are live here again at Movement Mortgage. You see the big MM behind us, JeremyLivesey.com, and we appreciate him very much. And again, points heading off to Kansas. Again, it looks like this. Kyle Busch, the lead has closed as your points leader, down to a 22-point lead now over Joey Logano. Kevin Harvick currently up to 3rd. He is 40 points out. Then comes Clint Boyer, Brad Kozlowski, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Larson, the top 10 in points right now. And again, that's where you are as far as points. And again, the winner of his 4th race, Kevin Harvick, here in 2018. As we said, Kevin Harvick now gives him, Kevin Harvick with 41 wins. So he continues to inch ever so closer. He's 18th in the all-time wins list, continues to move his way up to the all-time wins list. So Jimmy Johnson, the current driver, with 83. Kyle Busch with 46 wins now, and so then you have Harvick right behind him with 41. Then a little further down the list, you have Denny Hamlin with 31 as among active drivers, and Kurt Busch with 29 wins right now on the active wins list for the NASCAR Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Again, this week a doubleheader. Xfinity's off. You've got the trucks and the Cup Series in Kansas. If you're looking for a basketball camp, may I tell you, Milligan College is the place you want to go. I got an email over the week from Coach Robinson. Continues to fill up. You want to go to the website, milliganbuffs.com, to see, and just scroll down and hit camps. There are 4 camps, one coming up at the end of the month, May 28th through June the 1st at Gray Elementary School, June the 4th through the 8th at Milligan, July the 9th through the 13th at Milligan College, and then the last one off campus, July 16th through the 20th at Colonial Heights Christian Church. Milligan College, the first one already have 65 kids signed up. The second one at Milligan in July, well over 80 kids signed up now. And then you have 40 plus at Colonial Heights Christian and about that many at Gray Elementary School. So if you're interested, go to milliganbuffs.com. Again, just check out /camps. That's right there. But again, recommendation for me from a personal standpoint, of course, we'll be there broadcasting live that week of June the 4th to take the show to the Milligan College basketball camp. But he does a phenomenal job. Kids love it. I got a little person that she has been all about getting to that camp. She can't wait to get there. And I think that's cool that she is so excited to learn more about the game of basketball, but to do it under the coaching of Bill Robinson and his great staff that do it. And of course, he has a devotion every day. It's Christian-based camp. He always has a challenge from the Bible every day, a little 5-minute challenge or devotion. So it's very, very good. And so I would encourage you to check it out, milliganbuffs.com, then scroll down and find where it says camps, and all the information you need is going to be there for the Milligan College basketball camp. It is the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live here again at Movement Mortgage. Again, the magic number is 671. That's what you look for when you want to get something done in a hurry. The average turnaround time now, 23 days. They love VA loans and FHA loans here at Movement Mortgage. And again, go to jeremylivesey.com. That's where you want to go. That's the magic website, jeremylivesey.com, and everything you need to know about what's going on here at Movement Mortgage. Again, what do you say, 20 closings in the month of May? They've done 100 closings since they joined Movement Mortgage. That's incredible. And so they can help you. And again, the average turnaround time now is about 23 days from the time you come in and start giving their docs that they call, or the documentation that they need to process your loan. And from there to we sign the papers and you have a home or a property or whatever you're trying to purchase in about 23 days on the average, which is incredible. So neat stuff. Appreciate him very much. One of our great sponsors here on the show, Jeremy Livesey of Movement Mortgage. And we'll take a break. In fact, let's just hear him right now. This would be a good time to bring him up and let you hear about this young man. We'll hear from him again live in a few minutes, but here's Jeremy Livesey again here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. With one of our great sponsors again here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, our dear friend Jeremy Livesey from Movement Mortgage. See behind us the jeremylivesey.com, and 671. This is a neat process. It's working big time for the organization. Tell me about it.
Well, basically, our 6-hour underwriting process just basically revolutionizes the area because not any other lenders are doing that. And our 7-day processing period just means that we're getting everything processes in 7 days and then 1 day to close. So once everything's final approved, it gets to the title company in 1 day.
The first number we're talking about is 6. What's that represent?
6 is from the time that we take the loan application and we submit it to the underwriting team, whatever you want to call them. About 6 hours later, we get our approval.
Here he goes.
So, yeah.
That's 6. The middle number is 7. Tell me about that.
7 is once the underwriter approves the loan, and they send us the condition sheets, and between me and my assistant and our processor, we have 7 days to get all the documents and everything back to the underwriter for our final approval.
And then the last number out of 671 would be just numero uno.
Yeah, just the one. So once everything is done, then the closer for our team will package up everything that needs to be done at the title company for the legal part with the deed and deed of trust and notes and all that stuff. Sends all that to them, gets all the money ready, send it to them so we can close.
Website is Jeremy Livesey, Livesay, jeremylivesey.com. VA loans, tell me about that from Movement Mortgage, Jeremy Livesey.
Yeah, this area is very good for VAs just because of the VA med centers here, and most of the people like to retire in this area, and a lot of them are veterans. So we offer 100% financing with no mortgage insurance to them. Still can close in 30 days or less. So I mean, it's not a big deal for them. And on our end, we enjoy it because we've got it down to a science. So.
Number 2, the FHA loan. Tell me about that.
FHA, it's more for people with less money to put down. Sometimes they do have some credit issues or just debt to income issues. And depending on where they're wanting to buy at, there are some different grant programs available as well. So we do a lot of the FHAs. This area is just a hotbed for FHAs just because of the, East Tennessee. We got a lot of younger people buying. A lot of people that just don't have a lot of money to put down. They don't have the 20% down like they used to have to get to buy a house. So.
JeremyLivesey.com is the website you want to go to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll let you know what's there here in just a moment when you get there. USDA loans, tell me about those.
USDA or the rural development loans, that's basically for the county, and they offer 100% financing as well. The guidelines for underwriting are a little bit stricter, but you do get 100% financing, so you kind of pay the price on a few things, but to get 100% financing on a $150,000, $200,000 house, get it for nothing, it's not a bad deal.
VA loans, FHA, USDA, and then last but not least, conventional loans.
Conventional is just your vanilla loans, 15, 20, sometimes 10% down, depending on what your situation is. More for your people with higher credit scores, some money down, lower debt ratios, and stuff like that. They do have some advantages to it. They're a little bit easier to do as far as paperwork, and we do a ton of it.
Office located right across from the Cracker Barrel in Boones Creek. JeremyLivesey.com. 6-hour underwriting process, 7-day processing period, 1 day to close. And so, again, when we go to JeremyLivesey.com, what will we find?
You will find, like I said before, you'll find a nice picture of me. Also has a little button underneath that says Apply Now, so you can go on there and it'll actually walk you through it and tell you exactly what you need to provide as far as the documentation. And, put your name, address, phone number, social security number, all that stuff. It comes straight to my desk, and we can have you an approval the same day.
Here you go. Yeah. JeremyLivesey.com, Movement Mortgage. You can check them out. Again, located physically here in Boones Creek, right across from the Cracker Barrel. But again, the website, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Jeremy, Jeremy, and then Livesay or Livesey, Livesay, easy to spell, JeremyLivesey.com. And it's a busy time right now.
It is.
And you love it.
I do.
VA, FHA, USDA, and conventional loans, give him a call. The process is called 671. Again, Jeremy Livesey, Movement Mortgage, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're back live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Miss Kasem's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Look at her. Oh, she's nice, isn't she?
She has her days.
Whoa. Whoa. All right.
Today is one of them.
Today's a good day.
Today's a good day.
All right, let's get him up. Hello to Amy Hartley watching down in Charlotte, North Carolina. She's cute as a Georgia peach. I like her. She's nice. So here you go.
Real nice.
She's nice. So anyway, let's run down these games. We're going to talk about the NBA again some more here in just a second as we're here live for the next 30 minutes or so. Don't forget we got baseball today, the Elizabethton Cyclones. Oh, we're supposed to be doing this. Oh, you're videoing. I'm sorry.
Screwed that up.
The Elizabethton Cyclones taking on Unicoi County coming up today. Again, 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch in the winner's bracket game. Again for AA baseball. Let's run down AAA. Science Hill, Tennessee High at 5 o'clock in the winner's bracket. And then in the loser's bracket, Dobbins Minute, Daniel Boone. That loser is eliminated from the season. They'll play both of those 5 o'clock and 7:30. at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. Our game, again, Elizabeth, Unicoi County, 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch. Then in the losers bracket semifinal, Sullivan East and Sullivan South at 7:30. Loser goes home in that game in Double-A. Then in Single A today down at Crockett High School at 5 o'clock, University High takes on the winner of Unaka North Green. And then at 7 o'clock, Sullivan North plays the loser of Unaka North Green. In softball, Triple-A today, 5 o'clock, Cherokee's Lady Chiefs take on Daniel Boone at 5 o'clock. At 6:30, Dobbins Minutes Ladies take on the Crockett Lady Pioneers. Those games going on again at Metro Kiwanis Park in Johnson City. In Double-A, Sullivan South and Johnson County play at 5 o'clock. Then at 6:30, that's the losers bracket game. Then at 6:30, the Lady Cyclones of Happy Valley take on Elizabethton at 6:30. And then at 8 o'clock, the Lady Patriots of Sullivan East take on the Unicoi County Lady Blue Devils. That'll be at 8 o'clock. That's coming up again tonight from Elizabethton High School. He said, okay, I know what that is. And then Monday, today, it's like, oh, okay, I know what that is. University High Unaka at 5 and Cloudland and North. What?
I don't want that in here.
I love this guy. University High Unaka at 5 o'clock. Cloudland's Ladies in North Green at 7. They're playing that with Unaka High School tonight. Now let's run down soccer real quick. Triple-A, Boone at Crockett tonight at 5:30 in Triple-A soccer. In Double-A tonight, Sullivan Central beat Elizabethton at 6. Also at 6 o'clock tonight, that'll be number 6 Sullivan Central, at number 3 Elizabethton, the number 5 seed Volunteer, at number 4 seed Unicoi County tonight as well. In soccer, winners move on, losers will be eliminated from postseason play. And then tennis, the large division plays at Science Hill today. And then the championship matches will be tomorrow. The early rounds are today. And then the track and field will be later on this week. The large division track and field at Science Hill. So 'tis the season, winding things down here for the sports season for 2018. Again, we've got baseball coming up. Can't wait this afternoon. 4:40 airtime. First pitch at 5 o'clock. Unicoi County and the Elizabethton Cyclones. Coach Presnell, 21-8. Should be a dandy games. Let's do this right here. Let's bring him over.
We're fine.
There we go. No, that camera's a little too clunky. I don't like clunky camera. I like to see my man where he's like this. Put your hand up here. Can you do it? May the force be with you. All right. Say hello to Amy down in Charlotte, would you please?
Who, Amy?
Amy, yeah.
Hey, Amy.
Hey, Amy.
What's up?
Oh, she's a sweetheart. Cute as a
Do we
George
know Amy?
Peach. Oh, I do, yeah.
I don't know him.
Well, she's nice. She's a nice one. So
Any friend of yours is a friend of mine.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Get some smoke. Here you go. All right. Cavaliers, let's go back to Golden State. They beat New Orleans 118-92.
They did.
Jeremy's a big NBA guy. They're up 3-1 to play at Golden State tomorrow night. Pelicans have to go there. They beat them once. What was the key to their only victory they've had so far against Golden State?
Well, when they came out pretty aggressive, but they were hitting shots that normally they wouldn't hit. So I think they had some pretty bad matchups on the defensive side because Golden State's just got so many offensive weapons. But they were hitting threes that they're not normally hitting. So I think they kind of played out of their mind that day.
So they came back to earth and got beat 26 yesterday.
Yeah, I think the game yesterday was more probably how it should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the other side of the bracketing in the West, you've got Houston beating Utah 100-87. They'll play that one tomorrow night in Houston. Rockets to lose. They're in good shape, right?
They're all right. Houston, Utah's good. I mean, Donovan Mitchell, he carried the team like LeBron did the Cavs. So, I mean, Mitchell's good. He should be the Rookie of the Year.
Somebody asked me at church yesterday, and I didn't have this answered. They vote for the MVP before the playoffs start. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, therefore, whatever LeBron does
means nothing. So,
they've already nailed it down. Who do you think it's going to be? Harden?
Yes, it'll be Harden. Yeah.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we go back to that. I keep thinking about this stat. You told me about this stat, and it's incredible. Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double every game for 2 years. That's, 164 games?
Mm-hmm.
A triple-double every night.
Yep.
And no consideration for MVP.
Correct.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about that.
Well,
every night.
And I'm saying the same thing for LeBron. You take LeBron off any team, they're not making it to the finals 7 years in a row. So,
no, you're right.
So I think it's just MVP fatigue. They want somebody else to win it.
Somebody else.
Yep.
There you go. But how can you argue those stats? Now, again, a triple-double every single night for 2 years. That's an incredible stat. I keep going back to that.
And then he got knocked out in round 1.
So you have points, rebounds, assists. That's your three categories for a triple-double every night. He had double digits in all three for 82 straight games.
Yep.
And not a sniff of a consideration. No. So
maybe if he'll do it next year, they'll say, "Oh, nobody's ever done it 3 years in a row."
Yeah. Well, okay. So the follow-up question is, what is the criteria? What do they base the MVP
I have no
on?
idea.
I mean,
I think if he was on a better team that was higher seeded or whatever, I think that if they had won more games, I think he would have been considered. But now that Houston is probably the best team in the West or whatever, is the number 1 seed, that's the only reason Harden's getting it.
And this is no slight to James
But
Harden.
I think
He's a great player.
I think if the Cavaliers went 65-17 or whatever it is, I think then LeBron would be in the talks about it.
So is the criteria, in your humble opinion, the MVP on the team or the MVP on the league? Because
I think it's the league. I think they go by the best player or whatever on the best team in the league. Because, really, there's a lot of players that can be MVP. And like I said, but I think LeBron, he could win it every year if you go by the most valuable player and not the best player or whatever you want to call it.
Well,
and I think LeBron's got both actually.
So the key to this, in my humble opinion, if you take these guys off these teams, you take James Harden off the Houston Rockets, do they continue to be the Houston Rockets?
No.
Okay. If you take LeBron James off the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're not even a sniff of the team that they are.
Correct.
And if you take Russell Westbrook off Oklahoma City,
then you got Carmelo Anthony being their leader, and that's not good.
That's not good.
I mean, it goes back, not to be funny, it goes back to my a couple of years ago when Peyton Manning was out hurt. I thought he should have got the MVP because Indianapolis was horrible without him, which proves how good he was. So there's your most valuable player.
And they're proving to be still true since he left.
Yeah.
They're not much of a team since he's gone.
Yeah.
Nor the Broncos.
Correct.
I mean, you look at the Broncos, the slide of the Broncos have done since Peyton retired. So
and then
they're okay, but they're not anything like they were.
But you take Tom Brady off of the Patriots, they went 4-0 without him there at 1 year with Matt Castle. So
good point. Very good point. He always makes good points. We're talking to our buddy Jeremy Livesey at jeremylivesey.com. Again, 20 closings in May, 100 closings since they joined Movement Mortgage. That would be he and Brittany, and who else is in here now? McClure Boyd.
McClure Boyd, Jennifer Holyfield, Rob Wagner.
That's the team right now.
That's the team. And Crystal. She's not
Crystal.
Yeah.
And so adding more down the road?
Hope so.
Yeah. Name of the game with the right people. They just
we're being pretty picky who we get. Yeah.
Movement Mortgage, faith-based. Tell us about that. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is a faith-based company. They do actually put God and Jesus on our posters and stuff, which is unheard of. We do give a lot of money to charity. We have some charter schools we've done. We do mission trips, stuff like that. So it's kind of good.
Home-based in?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Yep. Movement Mortgage. And of course, the office here is right across from the Cracker Barrel here in Boones Creek. And you were asking if it's hopping.
It is.
It's hopping, yes. Hello, Texas.
Yeah.
So it is hopping. Okay. So it is hopping over there. It's a busy parking lot at the Cracker Barrel. And so we are right across from it. JeremyLivesey.com. So we were talking before, VA and FHA loans. You love doing those.
Yeah, they're easy.
A lot of companies don't want to fool with them, but you love to do them.
There's more paperwork.
Yeah.
But they're not hard loans.
No. So. And you have a template for success. You know what to do and run them right through,
right? Yeah, we've been doing it for a while now, No, they're no different to us. So.
Cavaliers tonight, LeBron, the boys, with a support team now. With
he's got people that...
Corver and Hill and Kevin Love. They take on the Raptors tonight. They're up 3-0, and Cleveland are going to try and close it out. And then Boston's up 3-0. They'll try and close it out tonight in Philadelphia against the 76ers. I think have laid an egg. I'm really surprised. Or did we underestimate the Celtics or the 76ers?
I think we underestimated the Celtics, and we a little bit of both probably. I think we didn't give the Celtics enough credit that like Tatum is playing out of his mind right now, and Rozier, who rode the bench. I think that was probably a blessing for Kyrie not to be there. That he's actually showing how good he is. But, Philadelphia, they're just young.
So, Kyrie's out for the series, right? He's out totally.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone to the next year.
Yeah.
So, here's the other thing about the Cavaliers. I keep going back to Cleveland. I'm not a Cavaliers fan, or wasn't, but I'm kind of becoming one because you what? Right around Christmas, they did a wholesale change of the roster, shipped all those guys out of there, and brought in new players. And obviously it's worked. They've gotten better. And so they are clicking on all cylinders right now. And, you know, halfway through the season, it'll be like somebody coming in here, you just clean out the staff, bring in a whole new staff, and you keep on winning. That's what LeBron has done.
Yeah,
so
it's insane.
It is insane what they've accomplished in Cleveland, and they're up 3-0. So the $100,000 million question, does LeBron stay in Cleveland? Does he test the free agent market?
I think at the end of the day, I think he'll stay in Cleveland.
Think so? I know San Antonio is starting to make a push for him.
Yeah.
Pop wants him, and LeBron, you know, when his wife passed away, Popovich, LeBron was all about his condolences, so they've got a pretty good relationship. Other teams, the Lakers are looking at him, the Clippers are looking at him.
Yep.
So
Philadelphia.
I think based on what they do the rest of the season, if they make a run for the finals and they're in the finals, which, you know,
if they make it to the finals, he'll be back, because if he goes to the Western Conference, he is not guaranteed a trip to the finals.
Yeah. So, and the Cleveland management has proven to him that, and everybody else, you know, we're going to make those changes back in the middle of the season to try and right the ship, and they did, and it worked. Yeah. So,
he's the best general manager out there.
Yeah. Hello, Tank Morrell. Thank you for watching, my friend. Yep. We got baseball today, 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch. You want to come help call a game?
Actually, no.
Thought I'd throw it out.
I'll probably be here taking lawn naps or something. Yeah.
There you go. Probably doing anything but coming over and helping me do a baseball.
Where are you doing it at?
Cardinal Park.
No.
TVA Credit Union.
Okay.
Cyclones and the Unicoi County Blue Devils. Cool. It'll be a great game. Here's a crazy stat. Last time they played, I've been doing this 30-some years. I've never seen this. You had two guys in high school, both struck out 11 batters.
Wow.
And the guy from Elizabeth and Evan Carter lost a game after striking out 11. He had 22 strikeouts. Oh, yeah, between the two teams. Clay Simpson was the starting pitcher, who we'll see tonight for Unicoi County. I don't know who Cyclones will come up with, but they both struck out 11, 22 strikeouts in a high school game, and the kid who struck out 11 took the loss.
Wow.
Now, when you strike out 11 and you lose the game, you probably go home and throw your glove up against the wall.
I would think punching some players for not getting some hits.
There you go.
Gotta have some offensive help.
Just go up and sucker punch, throat punch one of your players and say, put the bat on the ball.
Yeah,
give me some hits.
I held my end up.
There you go. He did. 11 strikeouts against a good team. So, anyway, that's tonight. Cleveland good. Boston's good. Predators in trouble. They got to skate again tonight. They got to get on the ice and win in Winnipeg. Go down 3-2.
Yeah, I may actually watch that one.
How tough is it to try and win 2 in a row against the Winnipeg Jets? Let's see, they would come back and play Thursday in Nashville if they win tonight. So you got to win 2 in a row against Winnipeg, who you trail 3-2. You got to win there tonight, come back and win Thursday night in Nashville. Can they do it?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Nashville's a whole new city now when hockey's around.
They go nuts, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Titans in the fall and the Predators in the winter and the spring. So tell me again before we let you go. Hello to Lisa Leo. Hello, friend. Hope you're having a great Monday. A beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. Tell me 671. Again, what's the importance of those 3 numbers of Movement Mortgage?
6 is for the 6-hour underwriting time. 7 is for 7-day turnaround for processing, and the 1 is for 1 day to close. So.
And what you tell me earlier, 23 days on the average now?
Yeah, right now. I said our usual wait is because of the appraisal or title work or something like that, depending on it. But we're done with our end usually in about 10 days.
So go to jeremylivesey.com. You can work. How many different real estate agents you work with? Tons.
Oh my gosh, I got probably 55 to 60 that send me business.
There you go. So
there's room for more.
So tell me how this works. I'm out there driving around going, honey, I want to buy a home. All right. So step me through the process. Do we find the home first or call you first to get qualified?
Usually they'll call me first, but with the way the market is, it's kind of, we have low inventory right now. So people are making offers without even being pre-qualified, which is kind of annoying. But, then they say, hey, we got a contract on the house. Now we got to figure out how to finance it. Then when I tell them, you can't do it or need to tweak your contract a little bit, they don't like that too much.
No, you're the bad guy.
But usually we tell them, this is what you need to do, what kind of price range you stay in. And what I tell the buyers is when you find 2 or 3 houses you like, send me the addresses, let me run the numbers for them, and then tell you how to write your contract. And then when you do that part, then it makes it pretty easy.
So probably the best thing to do is come in and get pre-qualified first.
Pretty much.
So you can come in and say, okay, you've got a parameters of this amount to this amount. Anything in between, you're good.
Yep.
Go shop and have fun.
Pretty much.
And when you find one or multiple ones, call me and I'll run the numbers on them for you.
Yep. That way you don't know what you're not scared of your payment after you got a contract.
I would think if you went out first and you found that place over the weekend and you call and you try and find out if you qualify and you don't, then it kind of lets the air out of the balloon.
Yeah, and people get mad at us for whatever reason, which it's not our fault, but that's the way it is.
The way it is, the way the old ball bounces. So, Movement Mortgage, go to Jeremy Livesey, Livesay, Livesey.com, and check him out, and they can get things turned around. So you've got Brittany, you've got McClory, you've got Jennifer,
and Rob,
and Crystal.
Yep.
So the team's right here, right across, easy to find too, right across from the Cracker Barrel here in Boones Creek. It's a strip plaza, or strip, what do you call this place? Wouldn't be a strip mall.
I call it a business park, I guess. I don't know.
Strip business park.
Strip, well, that kind of sounds bad.
Right. Doesn't sound right.
Yes.
Let's just say a business.
I don't know.
It's right across from
the Cracker Barrel, and we do no stripping here. So
there you go. You go to jeremylivesey.com. And from there, it's okay.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
Exactly right.
All right. We'll take a break, come right back. We're going to talk about ETSU baseball and tennis. They're getting ready to go to Ohio State and play this weekend. We've got some racing coming up this weekend at the Bristol Dragway. The fights are coming up here this weekend, street fights as they call it. All that. We'll run all that down for you more as we're here at jeremylivesey.com. We'll be back in you're around in June. You're vacating.
I'm going to the beach in June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to come when you're at the beach. We want to come when you're here.
No, I'm leaving the first week.
Okay. So we'll be back.
Yeah.
Mama's still with us?
Mm-hmm.
Happy Mother's Day to your mama.
Yep.
Make sure, if you have a mama, go out and do something for them, right?
She will get some sort of plant thing.
Yeah, plant. Yeah. Make sure, if you're out there on the other end of this camera, if you have a mama that's alive, make sure you do something for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because for those of us who don't have them, they're gone. Give anything to be able to say hello to my mama one more time, but we can't. And so I had a guy tell me today, well, me and mom are fighting. I said, well, you need to suck it up, put on your big boy pants.
That's exactly right.
Because if they're gone, once they're gone, you will regret it. So put on your big boy pants, be the bigger person, and reach out to your mama. If you're fighting, smoke a peace pipe for one day on Mother's Day. She deserves it. How'd I do?
Sound good.
Thank you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're live here at Movement Mortgage. We'll be right back after this from the great folks at Max Medicine Mart. We'll be there tomorrow here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
The savings continue the month of May at Max Medicine Mart in Kingsport. All Gaia and Solgar products 20% off at Max Medicine Mart. Solgar producing fine quality nutritional supplements for 71 years, and Gaia both 20% off in the month of May. No coupons, no limits. Every time you purchase any and all Solgar or Gaia products in the month of May, automatic 20% off. Open 7 days a week, right down the street from Dobbins Minute on Center Street in Kingsport. Again, Solgar and Gaia products 20% off the month of May at Max Medicine Mart. Max Medicine Mart, Center Street in Kingsport. Make tracks to Max.
This Father's Day weekend, man-made thunder rumbles into town as Bristol Dragway hosts the Fitzgerald USA NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals. Witness the raw power of the fastest sport in the world. Every ticket is a pit pass. Buy before June 1st and save, including free tickets for kids 12 and under on Sunday. Treat Dad to the heart-pounding power of 10,000 horses. This Father's Day weekend, visit ThunderValleyTix.com or call 423-BRISTOL.
Back with my buddy Phil's Dream Pit again, the quest for perfect barbecue. And tell us about, big guy, tell us about the dream packs at Phil's Dream Pit.
So we offer these dream packs that we offer them in equal numbers. So like 4, 8, 12, 20, 24. I mean, we can do them as much as 100 people or more. We've had them go out for 300 people. But the dream packs it comes with the pork, the sauce, the buns, and 3 sides. So you could do like beans, potato salad, and coleslaw. The price ends up costing you a little under $7 a person, which is an unbelievable value around here.
Well, obviously spring's right around the corner. You're looking at people on the move, going to ball games and Little League games and just being on the move. So this is a great way to come in and get a dream pack. Or if you got an event in the backyard, a cookout, or whatever you got going on, this is a great way to feed the gang, right?
It is. And another benefit of it is sometimes people are having rehearsal dinners and they'll have volunteers from their church that will serve. So this is a very inexpensive way to hold your costs down for your rehearsal dinner or your wedding. We do offer full service catering. The price goes up a little bit to have our whole crew out there, but you could do the value packs too and have folks from church serve it and cost you under $7 a person.
Let's squeeze in too before I let him go. Meat by the pound. So again, another event coming up that you just want to come out here and buy this great meat by the pound. You do that as well.
I do. We offer the pulled chicken. We offer brisket by the pound, pork by the pound, chicken salad by the pound. The chicken salad, kind of give us a heads up if you're going to want 4 or 5 pounds of that, because we try not to make that much of it at once.
All this on the website.
And philsdreampit.com.
Yep.
It has our catering menu. It also has our in-house menu and the value packs, and just an awesome deal.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, they're physically located right off Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. So Phil's Dream Pit, philsdreampit.com. The quest for perfect barbecue, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'm on the Tom Taylor Sports Show for a couple of more minutes. Again, don't forget, a hot, sunny day like today. From here on in, you want to get this right here. Check it out. I like this part. Water resistant for 80 minutes. Zinc oxide formula. Dermatologist recommended. Again, the bottle turns blue in UV light. 30 plus SPF Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen, available all over the world, made right here in Johnson City at Crown Laboratories. And so you have that for the folks that are in and around the water. You have this one, which I think is cool. Fisher people use this all the time because you see it says no fragrances, no parabens. So zinc oxide formula, antioxide enriched, again, for your face. A dermatologist recommended. So what I found out about this, Jeff Bedard told me this, the owner and CEO of Blue Lizard, that when folks go fishing, some of the other sunscreens you would put on have a fragrance to them, and when you're handling the lures, the fish pick up on the scent on the lures of these other competition companies, and so they don't bite, they don't take the bait on the lure, if you will. Well, Blue Lizard, there is no fragrance, as it says, no parabens, no fragrance, and so they can't smell it. And so a lot of fisher persons use this because when they get it on their hands, after they put it on their face and apply it to the end of their ears, earlobes, and on their forehead, wherever, you're going to be in direct sunlight. If you get it on the lures, it does not impact or affect the fishing. Fish, it doesn't bother them like it does other sunscreens. So here's the other one for babies. Can't emphasize this enough. SPF 30 plus, no parabens, no fragrances, titanium dioxide and zinc oxide formula, Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen 30 plus on the old Australian sunscreen, 30 plus the SPF. So those are the ones you can purchase, again, at Blue Lizard, and they're available all over the place. We'll be at Max Medicine Mart tomorrow, broadcasting live in Kingsport, and they sell a ton of Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen. We'll be over there tomorrow. It is National Pet Week, and so we've got a lot of health food products for food and different things for pets. We'll tell you about tomorrow. And of course, Mother's Day, we've got some giveaways tomorrow for Mom for Mother's Day from the good folks at Max Medicine Mart. Will be over there, of course, just in time for Mom's Day this weekend. Willow Tree Angels, they sell a ton of Willow Tree Angel figurines. They've got several over there that will be perfect for Mom for Mother's Day. We'll tell you all about that. We'll be there tomorrow, broadcasting live. Wednesday, we'll be at Chick-fil-A right up the street here, the Crossings in North Johnson City. Thursday, we'll be at Freddy's in North Johnson City this week. We'll be back at Champion Chevrolet next week, but this Thursday, we'll be at Freddy's. And then also this week, we'll be at Food City on Friday. At Food City Friday, we'll be on the road at Food City in Colonial Heights. As we told you earlier, the Dallas Zoo, in honor of Jason Witten retiring from the Dallas Cowboys, and a tribute to him, they named the giraffe that was born over the weekend Witten. Thought that was pretty cool. So Jason Witten now has animals named after him. Again, I love the quote he used last week in that press conference. He said when the kids ask him how did he become a Dallas Cowboy and a pro football player, it's all about the dirt. Wasn't the flashiest, wasn't the most talented, but he said, I had enough grit. It's all in the dirt. I love that quote. And so Jason Witten, we're going to be over there at his football camp coming up next month, broadcasting live from the football camp, that one-day camp he has at Citizens Bank Stadium in Elizabethton with his brother Sean and brother Ryan. Looking forward to being over there and taking the show over there on a Saturday get-together. from Elizabeth and for the Jason Witten football camp. All right, let's run down some sports news before we get out of here. Again, in golf, Jason Day birdied 2 of his final 3 holes Sunday for a 269 two-shot victory over Aaron Wise and Nick Watney in the Wells Fargo Championship, his second victory this year. After squandering a 3-shot lead in the back 9 at Quail Hollow, he rolled in a 20-foot birdie putt on the 16th hole and effectively won the tournament when his tee shot on the 230-yard 17th hole crashed into the flagstick and settled 3 feet away. Wise, a PGA Tour rookie, shot a 68. Watney made a 59-foot birdie putt on the last hole for a 69. Tiger Woods, never a factor, closing with a 74 to finish 14 shots behind. So again, the winner yesterday was Jason Day, winning the Wells Fargo Championship outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Baseball, the East Tennessee State baseball team salvaged a win in a weekend series by beating the Citadel 11-5 on Sunday. Former Dobbins and shortstop Chris Cook finished the game with 3 hits for ETSU, putting him 1 hit shy of tying Shane Byrne all-time for second all-time program history for career hits. He also had 2 RBIs of the day. Cook has 289 hits. The all-time hits leader is Paul Hoylman with 307. Bucks will be on the road tomorrow against my alma mater. We are Marshall. They'll play at Marshall tomorrow in Huntington, West Virginia for a Tuesday game there. So good luck to the Buccaneers. To a point, that's my alma mater, so we'll leave it at that. All right, let's see what's happening in NHRA. In Commerce, Georgia over the weekend, Leah Pritchett collected her first Top Fuel victory of the season, the NHRA Southern Nationals at Atlanta Dragway. Pritchett drove her Fire Aid dragster to a pass of 3.874 seconds, 322 plus miles per hour during the final round of elimination to defeat Blake Alexander. Her first victory at Atlanta Raceway, number 6 overall, and so big win. Courtney Forrest won the funny car, Vincent Noble Pro Stock, and so those are some of the folks who won over the weekend as they'll bring their show to Bristol coming up next month for the Fitzgerald Glider Thunder Valley Nationals, again at Bristol Dragway coming up next month for Father's Day weekend. Speaking of the Dragway, the popular Street Fights program on Saturday night, gates open at 5, racing set to begin at 6. Also coming up this weekend, the IHRA Summit Super Series at Cherokee Raceway in Rogersville. Third points race of the year, scheduled for Saturday, and that's coming up again, as we said, on Saturday. And of course, Friday night racing will be at the Concrete Jungle, Kingsport Speedway, coming up on Friday night. Zeke Shell, guy we had on the show a couple of weeks ago, won again on Friday night, so big win for Zeke. And so he is jacked up as the points leader of the late model series at Kingsport Speedway. Regular season coming on the end Sunday. The East Tennessee State softball team turning its attention to defending its Southern Conference championship crown. The Lady Bucks, who ended the regular season on a 3-game win streak, into the tournament as the number 6 seed. They'll take on the number 3 seed Furman. All this happening in Greensboro, North Carolina. The winner of that series will face the winner of the Mercer Western Carolina series on Thursday at 3 o'clock. While the 2 losing teams square off an elimination game Thursday at 10, so it is double elimination. So the Lady Bucks softball team takes on Furman on Thursday in Greensboro, North Carolina. And ETSU women's golfer Hee Ying Loy, she opens play in the NCAA tournament at the Tallahassee Regional today at the Seminole Golf Course, scheduled to tee off earlier this morning at 9:40. Good luck to Hee Ying Loy. She received an at-large bid as an individual player for the 2nd year in a row. 3rd Buck in the last 8 years to get an at-large bid, but the first to do so in back-to-back years. So congratulations to Hee Ying Loy, young lady playing golf for East Tennessee State in the NCAA Tournament Tallahassee Regional at Seminole Golf Course in Tallahassee, which is a beautiful, beautiful golf course. I've been there, and it is absolutely gorgeous there again at the Seminole Golf Course. All right, before we get out of here, run down one more time what's happening in high school sports today. Put on the glasses, go the print small. Here we go in AAA baseball today. J. Fred Johnson Stadium, winners bracket final. Science Hill, Tennessee High at 5 o'clock. Losers bracket semifinal elimination game. Dobbins at Daniel Boone at 7:30. Losers done for. In AA baseball, our game, 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch. Elizabeth and Unicoi County at 5 o'clock from TVA Credit Union Ballpark. Then the elimination game, the losers bracket semifinal at 7:30 tonight between Sullivan East and the Rebels of Sullivan South. Losers eliminated. Winner will move on to continue to play. In single A, you have Single A baseball today, the winners bracket final at Crockett High School at 5 o'clock. University High versus the Unaka North Green winner. The losers bracket semifinal at 7 o'clock. Sullivan North versus the Unaka North Green loser in those games. Now in softball today, AAA winners bracket semifinals at 5 o'clock. Cherokee against the Daniel Boone Lady Trailblazers. That's at Metro Kiwanis Park in Johnson City. Then at 6:30, Dobyns-Middle takes on the Crockett Lady Pioneers. In AA softball today, at 5 o'clock, losers bracket game, the Johnson County Lady Longhorns taking on the Lady Rebels of Sullivan South. And the winners bracket semifinals at 6:30, the Lady Cyclones of Elizabethton taking on Happy Valley at 6:30. And at 8 o'clock, the Unicoi County Lady Blue Devils taking on the Lady Patriots of Sullivan East. All that being played at Elizabethton High School. And then in single A softball tonight, at Unaka High School, University High takes on host Unaka at 5 o'clock. And the ladies from Cloudland will take on the Lady Highlanders, take on the Lady Huskies of North Green. That'll be at 7 o'clock tonight. All that in softball being played at Unaka High School. And then you have soccer in AAA soccer tonight. Daniel Boone and Crockett at 5:30. In AA soccer at 6 o'clock, the number 3 seed Elizabethton playing host to Sullivan Central. The number 6 seed, that'll be at 6 at the football stadium in Elizabethton at 6 o'clock tonight. And then also at 6 o'clock, the number 5 seed Volunteer at the number 4 seed Unicoi County. And that'll be at 6 o'clock as well. Winners move on. Losers will be eliminated from competition for this season. And so it goes to Movement Mortgage again. Easy to find, JeremyLivesey.com. That's where you want to go, JeremyLivesey.com. Check out Movement Mortgage. They can help you with conventional loans, VA loans, FHA loans. Again, these folks do it, and they can get a turnaround on the average of 23 days, with 671 is the magical numbers. So, again, 1 day to close, and you heard Jeremy talk about the 671 earlier in the broadcast. So 671, but again, go to the website, JeremyLivesey.com. That's what you want to remember, JeremyLivesey.com. And so you can check it out. In behind us, the big red MM Movement Mortgage, right across from the Cracker Barrel here in Boones Creek is where we are located. Hello, Aaron Trimp, our friend watching. Thank you very, very much. As we get ready to step aside, and we'll rejoin you at 4:40 this afternoon for Elizabethton Cyclone baseball. Cyclones in Unicoi County, brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabethton. 4:40 airtime, first pitch at 5 o'clock in the winners bracket semifinal. It's going to be a great, great ball game. Again, these two teams split in the regular season. Both teams winning on the other team's home field, so should be a barn burner. We're expecting that very much in the winners bracket final at 5 o'clock this afternoon. 4:40 airtime right here from formerly Cardinal Park, now TVA Credit Union Ballpark. Looking forward to being over there for that broadcast. And so again, on behalf of Jeremy Livesey and the folks, we wrap up show number 742 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Be sure and like us and share us, and you do. And we thank you for that. And we will pick back up with this show tomorrow from Max Medicine Mart in Kingsport. Great place if you're looking for gifts for Mother's Day 2018. There's Willow Tree Angel figurines. They sell a boatload of those, and we can tell you about that tomorrow. And we're going to be giving away some cool stuff tomorrow as well. So we'll tell you all about that when we get there tomorrow at Max Medicine Mart in Kingsport. Don't forget, we're going to be out and about. The only thing you need on you is right here. Water resistant for 80 minutes, zinc oxide formula, bottle turns blue in UV light. Dermatologist recommended Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen. That's for the sport person. Here's one specifically for your face, and here's one specifically for little people, for babies. As you can see, the bottle turns pink in UV light for little people, and these two turn blue in UV light. And so that tells you need, if you take it outside and this bottle turns blue, that means there's harmful UVA rays out there. You need to have that covering up your body on these UV rays. All right, rejoining you this afternoon at 4:40 for Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A and Elizabethton. Until then, for Jeremy Livesey and for Mike Hedrick, this is Tom Taylor telling you as always, win or lose, be a good sport. We'll see you 4:40 this afternoon for Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball. Give us a listen and join us. We have, anytime we do a broadcast, anywhere from 5 to 6 states where the folks watching. We certainly appreciate that. We'll let you hear and see the broadcast coming up today at 4:40 from TVA Credit Union Ballpark, Elizabethton, Unicoi County. We'll see you then. Until then, so long, everybody.